Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to our show. I'm your host, John Harcar, and I'm here today with Dustin Hoog. Hope I said that right.
Close.
And what we're going to talk about with Dustin is, besides his experience and his time in business and in real estate, we're going to talk about, how he's helping real estate agents really discover how to build wealth through real estate investing. Remember, guys, at Investor Fuel, we help real estate investors, service providers, really all real estate entrepreneurs 2 to 5x their business. We're providing the tools, the resources, and the community to grow and scale the business you want, which, helps you live the life you want. Dustin, man, welcome to our show.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about kind of how you're helping the agents build wealth through investing. I think, a lot of agents lack a little bit of that knowledge, and it can do nothing more than help them.
Yeah.
But before we dig into those weeds, why don't you tell our audience kind of about your background, right? Your journey in business and real estate, and kind of what brought you to today.
Yeah, perfect. First and foremost, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a coach, I'm a realtor, and I'm an investor. So I live here in the Midwest in St. Louis. I've been an agent since 2013, and we started investing in 2017. But I would say my business started many, many, many years before that. When I was 23, I bought a bar and failed miserably at that. So don't do that.
Okay.
But I started how so many other investors got started, and that's because someone gave me the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay, there's my question already answered.
Yes.
I love to ask people, how did it start? Was there a relationship you had with someone doing real estate, or was there a book? Then the book.
Well,
yeah.
It's interesting. That book is what made me buy the bar. And I grew up in the bar scene because my mom ran one for people and everything like that. So I always wanted to run one. And I have an aunt and uncle out in California. They are business people. They own stuff, high level MBAs and things like that. They gave me the book to almost talk me out of it. And it changed my world forever. And that's when I went into the bar. And I didn't start investing in real estate. That was 2005, 2006. And I didn't start investing in real estate until 2017. After I became an agent, after I was doing lending in 2009, great time to be a mortgage person, by the way. And then finally got my license in 2013. And then started investing in 17 off another book. And a funny story about this book, it is called Hold, H-O-L-D, by Gary Keller. And I was coaching real estate agents at the time, and I brought that book home. I gave it to my wife. We knew millionaires were created by real estate. I joke because my wife read 7 pages of that. She said, "Let's go." And we've never opened the book since. So it was pretty powerful, 7 pages. True story. And I'm a reader, but we haven't read about that.
Wow, that's awesome. So I'm just curious, when you had the bar, why did it fail? You obviously had some experience. What happened?
I was a 23-year-old kid.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
In my hometown of 5,000 people. So, yeah, I just failed miserably. Everything about it I was doing wrong. I had a lot of fun. But it should 100% be illegal to own a bar when you're 23, especially in your small town where you grew up in. So not only is everybody that walks in your friend, but their parents are your friend, and their aunts and uncles are your friend, and it's, yeah. So I prefer to be on this side of the bar now, is how I'll put that.
Awesome. So what, and if you did you read that book before you got your real estate license?
No, I got my real estate license in 2013.
Okay.
So
then you read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
No, Rich Dad Poor Dad was before the bar. So that was in like 2005. Yeah. And then Whole was before I became an investor. Yep.
Got it. Okay. So when you got into doing the agent stuff, like what were some of the struggles you had there? Like what were some of the things getting into the business that you kind of ran into?
Yeah. So my first year in business, I was part-time and I was working, selling, advertising for what most of the kids won't understand, but Yellow Pages and those old phone books. I was selling ads in there and it was a great job. But it was also, you could see the writing on the wall, obviously. And but I did very well my first year part-time. And then I was recruited to the #1 team in St. Louis. But I had to leave my very secure, very high-paying job to go into real estate full-time. And that was December of 14. I went to my then fiance and said, hey, I know we get married in 9 months. But I want to quit my very secure job and go sell real estate full time. And I did, and she supported it. And I went on that team for a long time and learned a ton with that team. I realized I was more my own person than I was working for him, and I probably had a lot of growing to do. But I went back to a small brokerage that I ended up being partners with for a while, and I just put my head down to the nose and I worked. I was on the phone every day calling expireds, calling for sale by owners. Doing it all. Hired a coach when I couldn't afford a coach. That obviously helps tremendously. And then from there, it kind of took off. And then I was recruited from another large brokerage to start being their coach to coach all their agents. And that's kind of where my coaching career started in 2015.
Got it. What are some of the things that agents are not doing, right, that they should be doing to really set their business up for success when they kind of get into the field?
Yeah, great question. First and foremost is treat it like a business. And treat it like you have a boss still. Everyone, investors, agents, lenders, everybody gets into this business because of freedom. Well, I'll tell you, what you're looking for really is flexibility. Because the only person I know that's truly free, and I know a lot of wealthy people, but the only true person I know that has freedom is that homeless guy on the corner. He truly ain't got to worry about anything.
He ain't got nothing to worry about.
Exactly. But you want flexibility. You want to be able to go pick your kids up when you can pick them up. But you still have responsibilities, right? So I try to change that. Like, you want the flexibility, but to do that, you have to show up and you have to put in the work. So I always look at, you need to treat your goals as your boss, because that's who I have to answer to, is the goals I've set for myself.
Goals as the boss. There's a good nugget, guys. Write it down.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, awesome. What else? Like, what are some things that, just because I know we've always had a lot of realtors on here. It just seems like we've done some of the demographics. What are some other things that can just maybe kickstart their success that you coach?
Number one, treat it like a business. Number two, your database is everything. communicate. Well, have a database. That's a huge one. Like, let's keep track.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
With a CRM and a database, and manage that database, because that should be your first hire. Here's nugget number 2. Your first hire is your CRM, and your CRM can be worth thousands and thousands of dollars every year, but you have to treat it that way. You have to treat it that way with the follow-up, with everything like that. You have to stay in touch. Real estate, I don't care if you're on the investor side or you're on the agent side or both. Real estate is a belly-to-belly, face-to-face business. You have to go talk to people.
100%. And I couldn't agree more. I mean, if you can learn and study all you want, but if you're not talking to people, you're not going to get the business. So you have this hold book, right? What is the hold book about for folks that don't know about it?
Yeah, so it's just buy and holds, right? It's just simple rental property. You know, he went over, cash on cash return. He went over, 20% down. It's interesting because I don't do anything what that book really talks about. Because after I got into investing, to prolong the story a little bit, then I found my first RIA. I was invited to one. And it was, I remembered it was October of 17, and it was an absolute drug to me. Like, I remember sitting in there because I thought I knew everything there was to know about real estate. I mean, I was coaching agents for a living, and I knew nothing when it came to this. And I'm seeing these people that are making a lot of money, don't look like they're making any kind of money. They're not showing it off. They're not buying. I always joke, they're not go out and buy their brand new white Lexus because they had a big commission check. They're just doing it and doing it well and having fun. Like, I like this. So we won, I put that in air quotes, a free coaching consultation with that club's coach. We went there, my wife, my son, and my son at that point was 9 months old. He's 8 now. And we signed up and we never looked back. And since then we've had 75 single family rentals and we've flipped over 100 properties.
Okay. You made another perfect point, which, guys, here's another nugget. Being in the room that's bigger than you.
100%.
That's better 100%. Than you.
Yeah.
If you didn't do that, do you think your business would be where it is now?
I don't think I would be an investor if I didn't do that. I mean, it was literally just going to that and realizing what I was missing first. And I've been able to be in a lot of different rooms and a lot of different masterminds that, honestly, if they would have really known me, they probably would have kicked me out. Like, I didn't deserve to be in these rooms.
Right.
Yet every time I've walked away from one of those rooms, I became a better person, a better business person, hell, a lot of times a better husband, a better father, a better friend. Like, you can learn so much from the room. You can learn so much from the people in the room, right? That is a huge, huge thing that I have to put into my life every year.
Yeah. And I love what you said. It's like the guys that make a ton of money that don't look like they make a ton of money. I mean, these are the people, these are the operators that you don't see on Facebook posting all this stuff. These are the guys that go about their business yet have millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. That's a great story. So what was your first purchase? Was it a duplex, single family? What was it?
I'm a single family guy. Still have the rental to this day. Nice. I'm going to say the first rental when we became investors. Like, I had one before that I did the traditional route and didn't know what I was doing. But the first one, 200 St. Nicholas, still own the house today. It was an amazing BRRRR deal. We bought it.
Nice.
We put $12,600 into it. Man, would I love to find a rehab for that anymore.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's a lipstick. If that, it's probably not even a lipstick right now.
And it was it appraised so high we were able to pull extra cash out, which that's harder to come by these days. And what I always liked about that deal, and I use that in a lot of case studies and a lot of things I teach, but that deal is I think we netted about $312 a month cash flow. Okay, not huge, but pretty good.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Perfect BRRRR deal, got all our money out, but I was also able to pull out $9,000. That $9,000 paid off the car I was driving. So that saved me an extra $372. So the cash flow was really almost $700 from that one deal.
Yeah.
And I love that too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I've probably pulled out.
Well, it's cool that you still have it too.
Yeah, I've probably pulled out $60,000 to $70,000 out of it in different refinances and different lending and opportunities and things like that since we've owned it too. So it's been a great house.
Is that your main strategy, BRRRR, or are you fix and flip? What's kind of your main exits?
So we do both. It's always BRRRR or fix and flip. I've had some turnkey rentals and stuff like that, but I'm more of a rental guy. Yet you got to pay the bills, and sometimes you got to flip some houses to make some money, right? So we do that, especially after we had our second child and the crazy COVID world. My wife left corporate America, so she's in our business too. So we got to have some income coming in. Rentals are for wealth, flipping is for income. I believe you should do both, and you can do both with the right strategy and blueprint in place.
Yeah. It's all about systems and processes, putting that all together. So what is there a specific criteria you have where you'll want to hold it versus do a flip? Does it have to have a certain amount of cash flow? Does it have to be a certain amount of profit for a flip?
Yeah, not necessarily, especially now, we're trying to refine systems as we go and things like that. And certain times are better than the others. But, we always look at it. It's what do we need right now? That's a big one. Right? Do I need income or do we have enough income and we can do the rentals? I don't like huge mortgages and, huge in our area, over $250,000 on rentals, just because when that's vacant, it's so much more expensive. So kind of the cheaper ones, sub 200,000, we'll keep as rentals. Anything over that, we're probably going to flip, especially because that's just a really good market in St. Louis.
Yeah, that's true too. It does depend on where you're at. Yeah. So you said you're in St. Louis. Is that your only market, or are you in any virtual markets?
Nope, this is our only market.
Only market. Awesome. Yep. What does your team look like right now?
My wife and I, an office manager. We have a few GCs that we sub out. And then my stepdad works for us full time as kind of a jack of all trades, contractor, handyman, babysitter, whatever.
Well, errand runner, whatever needs to get done. That's very cool. Keep it.
Absolutely.
And so you have a small operation. You don't have a big, a big, huge team, and that's awesome.
Yeah, no, my wife focuses on the houses when we buy them after we own them. I buy them and sell them. They're her babies in between. And then I focus a lot on coaching.
Got it. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. How many coaching students do you currently have?
Right now we have 14 one-on-ones here locally. And I do that. I probably do about 12 to 14 a year because my program lasts a whole year where we get them on their feet, probably do 2 whole deals with them. And now that's expanding, going nationwide with all the agents. And we have courses that we can, and a community as well.
Okay, very cool. And you're coaching agents to invest?
Correct, yes. Yeah.
Awesome. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, there's so many agents. So many agents that didn't know the world of investing, and I was one of them. And once I found out that this new world of investing is like, well, if I know how to invest in real estate, I can also be a better agent. And because I can help a seller several different ways now. It's just tools in my tool belt. If I want to keep it, if I want to sell it, if I want to wholesale it, if I want to fix it, or if I want to list it on the MLS for the most amount of money they can get, I can now serve people at a higher rate because I know the investing world. And I can also serve me and build a legacy because I don't want to always work for buyers and sellers. I might not want to be called and said, go show a house at 8 p.m. on a Friday, which I don't do that anymore, but I definitely don't want to continue doing that, right? So I want to teach people that there's so much you can do when you stop thinking of yourself as just an agent and start becoming a real estate specialist, because that's when you can do so much with real estate.
And I think you nailed it on the head, the real estate specialist. I mean, that's how you have to be. And it's not even just being a real estate flipper anymore. It's not even being a real estate agent or a real estate wholesaler. You got to better serve your agent or your client. You got to have, like you said, the tools in the tool belt.
Yep, absolutely.
Why do you think so many agents are maybe not against learning investing, but just like have that stigma in their mind about real estate investors or, that type of the deal?
Yeah. And I'd almost push back a little bit on that. I don't think they know it. I was selling real estate for a long time. And, you all watch the HGTV shows, and that's truly the only glimpse you get of investors. You didn't understand where they were finding it. I had no idea what a wholesale deal was until I bought my first one. Right? Because agents aren't taught that. Your license definitely doesn't teach you that, but your brokerage doesn't teach you that. Or at least the majority of brokerages don't teach you that. And I feel it's because the brokerage doesn't make money on it. So why would they go teach it?
True.
So that's my mission. I think when people learn it, they want to do it. So that's my mission right now.
So it's more of the education piece of having more people aware, I guess you could say.
Absolutely.
Okay. So if you got someone out there that's listening, another agent out there listening right now, and they want to add investing into their repertoire, what are a couple pieces of advice that would set them up for success outside of calling you? What kind of things would set them up?
Find your local meetup. That's a big one. Go to meetup.com, look for real estate investment associations, and go find these places to go sit where other investors are. Because that one meeting was the third Thursday of every month. I spoke at one last month, but that one meeting changed my life. And I would go on to say it changed my children's life. My 8-year-old has 4 of his own rentals. My 5-year-old has one of her own. Right? It's a legacy builder. Yeah. Now, so what we do is we open up separate LLCs and we earmark those houses for them. But that's what it's to me, it's safer than a 529 college plan. And I know it. And I can see the house. Sure. And when it's vacant, it needs to be painted. Guess who gets to work at it? So I get to teach them some work ethic by working on that house as well. Yeah.
I love that. That's a good dad hack.
Yeah, absolutely. And they pay me to manage it, which is fun too.
That is very. That's very. If there's some folks on here that are listening and they want to reach out to, let's say maybe they're in your market and they want to learn more, maybe have you coach them and do all that stuff. Like, what's the best way for people to get a hold of you? How can they reach out?
So it's just my name.com, DustinHoog.com. There's a place you can schedule a call with me right on the calendar there, or go to any of the social medias. You can look up Dustin Hoog. You can also look up the Wealth Building Agent on any of the social medias as well.
Sweet. And you sent me a lot of that stuff, so I'll put it on the show notes. Yeah. Guys, I hope you took some good notes. There were a ton of good nuggets in there. That's something this is an episode I think you need to replay a couple times just to catch it all. Dustin, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on here and dropping the knowledge. And guys, I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a good one. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.